All right, what's up, guys? Just want to create this quick live for and talk about this long that I took on MOC. Super proud of this trade. First, I'll show you the screenshot on my bit of 8. So entered roughly around 1240 something around there. Added around 1245 in the I'm sorry, not 345. I'm in West Coast, so 3 hours ahead. The 350 candle display subs is what I wanted to see. My final target was 26,000. Took some partials along the way, added one right here. Yeah, so let's just talk through this and I'll show you where my entry was, where my stop loss was, all the valid entries and logic behind it. So let's go. First, when I came on the charts about 3:30, the hour didn't look super clear to me. So let's go to replay. New. And this is what it was looking like so far. I mean, it was looking like this, SMT both sides. And initially I was like, all right, we're engineering buy side. I was looking at the price levels, 25 for 941. I thought, okay, 25, 950 is going to be the easy first target because we're just engineering that buy side. I saw that YM was the key in this trade for me. So YM at the time, I didn't have these marked out. YM didn't hit previous day high yet, whereas ES and NQ had already had gone to and through previous day high. So since YM is still lagging, I'm thinking YM is going to catch up and take previous day high. So and then that's going to draw ES and NQ continue higher. So initially that was my first thought. It wasn't clear to me on the 1 hour, so I went down to 30-minute to see what I could see. Yeah, roughly around, oh, there's at 2:30. Let me go a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, so 3:30, that's where oops, let me pause it. Pause. Roughly here was about where I was seeing things, right? So I saw, okay, we got a valid SMT right here at this 30-minute. ES and YM had this SMT with marked here. And again, my thought was 25,950. That'll be the first target. And then I was looking at 2,600 as a price level and 25,980 as a price target, just because I know the 80s are, real, what's the word, common price targets. And then, of course, the hundreds are the price targets. So I drilled down to the 10-minute. I was looking at what I could see down there. And then we formed this SMT. And so I'm thinking, okay, we got some good confirmation here. This didn't really scare me because I saw all this buy side liquidity on YM. And then I saw on ES, I knew that 6,900 was going to be an easy target. And then it goes by fives. So 69.05 was the next target, 69.10, 69.15. So those are my targets for price targets going forward. Plus, I think I added standard deviations on this chart. Did I not? Okay, maybe that I did. But yeah, I did right here. So standard deviations on this manipulation leg down here on Thursday, and we blasted through the 2 and 2.5 -2.25 level, which is kind of where we're consolidated on Friday. And then once we gapped up huge on Sunday, I was thinking the next target was going to be around this 4 to 4.4 to 4.5, which is in that 25 to 20, almost 6,000 price level. So I don't use that a ton, but it was just another component that I was looking at those levels. So, all right, let's get down to around the 10-minute. And then let's get down to the 1 minute and look at actually, I think I was on the 15-second looking at my entry. So again, I'm looking at SMT and I'm looking at time. So I got this indicator, the 369, hit the time indicator, plus of course, John's MMXM price cycles indicator, and then the SMT indicators. So, and then I have a higher time frame candle indicator as well. But anyway, so I'm looking at this. I don't see, I think on the 15-second, there is a CST. So I marked this SMT. And at this point, I'm like, all right, we got about, whoops. We got from here to here, 7 points. I think it enters somewhere around 20 points, like a little bit higher in this premium of this current leg. 16 points, somewhere around there. So it was a little bit bigger than I would like it to, because I wanted to watch for confirmation to see this. Whoops. I was looking for a true CST here. So I was looking at the 1 minute and switching between the 1 minute and the 15-second and looking for a confirmation of a CST. So SMT means nothing without CST. So we have a CST on YM. I saw this buy side. I know this is my first target right here. That's why I have this particular minor buy side. I was looking at this last candle on the 1 minute of this, the high of this previous cycle. And then this high I looked at later, the 1 minute of the top candle, the 1 minute candle of that previous cycle. So I knew that those are my targets for YM. And like I said, YM already produced a CSD. I knew this low was protected down here. And so if I play it out, I think I drew it down to the 15-second was when I was looking at it. And plus, I believe there was a retrace here that gave me an IPTA time on YM or ES. There it is right there. So there's the IPTA time at around, this was the low that I was seeing that could be protected, or maybe it was different. I think it was a little bit later because I entered around 1540 something. So let's play it out. Okay. So that retrace somewhere around there is where I entered because, let me see this screenshot again. So it was roughly around, so this retrace a little bit more. So I waited a little bit longer. So it was looking more like 1 speed. No, it's still too slow. Okay, yeah, I waited a little bit longer here. There's the retrace there. I was waiting for another 3-minute SMT, and then I saw the IPTA times here. 1545, 1545, even though it didn't happen on NQ, it happened on ES and YM. So let's look at my other chart again. That's this dip right here. Or no, I'm sorry. That's, when did I enter 45? I entered one before 45 and one after 45. So let's see. Yeah, so, okay, so I think I entered one right about here, right on this BISI here, around this level. And then my stop was down here. So the stop was actually a 20-point stop-ish. So that was like my max stop that I want to risk there. So I put 3 contracts in there. And then once I saw ES displaced above plus the SMT time, I knew that it was my new protected low. So this stop at 935. That was my new protected low. Once we displaced it higher, my first target was the initial, it was a small scalp from here to like 10.940 to 950. That was my first like partial. And then once I put an alert here at 6910, and then this was key for me, seeing YM break above this level. I was looking at the 1 minute at this point and seeing us find support at this particular level from this previous cycle high, right? So once we created a BISI here on YM, I was like, all right, it's on. Then we're still bullish. So I kept a runner going and I had 2 runners. I think I took one out roughly around this 2580 level. I was waiting to see if what YM would do with this buy side. We took this buy side on YM here at this previous cycle high at London. Was at London on Monday. And I was seeing if we were going to go to and through that as well to hit previous day high for YM, because I thought that was the draw. This, if the time with the SMT did scare me a little bit, so I waited and I took one partial off. I had one more on there. I took a partial roughly around there, 970 or so. And I had one partial left, just a runner. And my target was 26,000 as my final target. And then I was waiting. I saw this SIBI on ES. Once we inverted this SIBI, then I knew it was on and we were going to hit this target. And by that time, I think we were after hours and I was just waiting. Yep, blue line is after hours, right? And I was just waiting, watching. Once we went above here, I added another contract, way higher in premium, but I knew that this, where was it? I believe it was this low was going to be safe. This is my new, because we got SMT with ES. And we got FST with YM right here, 3-minute SMT. So added another contract, and then I let my target finally, boom, finally hit right there. So yeah, super proud of this trade. See, took one partial off there, added two more, took another partial off here, roughly around the 25,980 level. Had one runner left, and then I knew that this is final target. I added one more contract around here. My stop was right here at this low because that was the SMT low. That was my new stop, my new protector low. And then I rode all the way up and watched it hit 26,000 as the final target. So great trade, 289 on that. I was max in like 3 contracts at a time. So yeah, real proud of that. So anyway, just want to create a quick recap video of that long at MOC. Hopefully you guys learned something in this scenario and this trade. Reading YM was really key to seeing what price did at these particular levels, at these previous cycle highs right here. And then seeing this SIBI get inverted on ES made me confident that we were going to hit this level. And then we did. So get exit out of replay. We'll see what price did. So now, yeah, so once we hit 26,000, we're retracing a little bit. Another SMT on YM. I don't know if YM actually ever hit that previous day high. I don't think we did. See, so no previous day high was hit. So now we're going to retrace probably for a while, take out and fill in some of these imbalances on the hourly. I'm guessing is what we're going to do. Yep. Since we got an SMT with YM, we're probably going to retrace back to 50% at least of yesterday's range. And then we'll see what happens from there. But anyways, that's my read on the market. I didn't trade that live. I wish I did. But I was like in between family stuff and couldn't do it live. But maybe I'll go live tomorrow on MOC or at open. And well, see you guys in there, hopefully. All right. Thanks.